subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Golden, what's up, Golden?
How are you doing, sir? What's going on?
I'm good, Golden. What's going on with you, brother?
Not much. Are we on a specific
No,
topic or?
anything you want to talk about? What you want to talk about?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. All right, just listening to you guys. Check it out. I'm coming from Southern California. I've spoke to you one time before, but man, it's kind of wild. But I can see you do this for a living, and it's a little deeper than I once thought. I thought it was like a little show or something. So I'm just curious, with all your speakers and the time you've been doing this, do you guys have like a classification for black people out here from California? Because I mean, this is the first. I'm telling you, niggas out here, we have never heard of all these different sects and type of categories of black people. Ain't nobody worried about that shit out here. So I'm just worried. Like, have you ever spoke to other Southern Californians, black people? I don't even know how you would classify us. Are we African Americans? Are we Black Americans? Are we like a different category, a fourth, third, fifth category? So I'm just curious on how your take on that, because man, it's pretty deep.
Oh, we know. Look,
The last
dude,
gentleman was
slow down.
speaking
Hold
about
on.
Lil Wayne and Birdman's heritage. I have never met a nigga who's worried about somebody else's heritage, let alone I've never really met niggas that worried about their own heritage. But I'm just curious. There are a lot of people out there who obviously
Well,
are.
you want me to answer the question? I mean,
Yeah, come on, let's go.
okay, yeah. You asked me what I was going to answer, but okay.
Oh, sorry, I was just going on.
Okay. Yeah, brother. We know about lineage, and I live in California, right?
We're southern and northern.
I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Born and raised Los Angeles.
Right.
I'm out here in the IE now.
Right, but yeah, brother, we know about lineage out here in California. We know about our foundational Black American lineage. You know why we know? Because we got the reparations movement really popping out here. We got the task force popping. We had all types of reparations hearings based on lineage. We had them get the lineage language right first here in California. So enough of us do know about the
Yeah.
lineage out here. Now, let me ask
No,
you this.
that's
Now, Golden,
yeah.
where's your family from?
No, that's I was just gonna respond. I was just at my grandma's house in Inglewood for a family reunion like 2 weeks ago, and I know my family knows their lineage. I know they're proud to be who they are, but ain't nobody walking around talking about all the shit I hear on X. Like niggas out here ain't really talking about that shit at the supermarket. When you meet another black person, like, hey, have you talked about the reparations that we're owed? And ain't nobody talking about that shit. The first time in my life, born and raised
Well,
Southern
yeah,
California, I was about that shit back
nobody's
then.
gonna talk.
Hey,
Slow down.
I'm
Nobody,
telling you, I lived that shit. I did my time, got
slow
out, got
down.
clean. Now I got a job. None of the homies in prison, out of prison, talking about all this shit I hear on X. So I'm just curious, do you categorize us a different way?
Okay. Yeah, when you go to the supermarket, nobody's going to really be talking about their lineage. That's not a supermarket conversation. You talk about lineage at a reparations hearing, that's where you're going to hear that. And you hear it in rooms that's specific about lineage. So, yeah, you're not going to hear that at a supermarket. You're not going to hear that in general conversation. Most people are not having those kind of conversations in the street.
Sure. So you're from Southern California. How do you classify all the niggas out here who are not like you? Obviously,
What,
because
what
you're obviously you're a little more sophisticated. So how do you classify everybody else who's not going around tooting that type of horn or going to that type of drum?
like what tooting of the horn? What do you mean? Because your lineage is your lineage.
No, I know, I understand that. And so once you get past that, when do you just start focusing on yourself as an individual, working hard and just trying to be productive, as opposed to worrying about your lineage every day, talking about it every single day?
Well, you got to worry about your lineage because you got other groups who come over here who are not of the lineage and they work as a group against ours. So we have to defend ourselves. But
Yeah, no, and you're doing that, and you're representing for a lot of people who may be in that
no,
position.
no,
And
slow.
being from Southern California,
Yes,
being out in
slow
LA,
down, slow down, slow down.
yeah.
Are you familiar with those Hispanic politicians who were secretly recorded plotting against the black community here in LA?
I was literally just talking to some Hispanics plotting against some blacks earlier in the pen. I don't know what you're talking about specifically, but I know what you're talking about in regards to
Right.
there
It goes
are
deeper
people
than we already know.
who
We know
are
what the
working to your
pen. We
benefit. That's every day though. Like,
we know what goes down in the pen, but this ain't even the pen. This was some politicians, elected officials, some years
it's
back.
not much different.
Right.
It's
It's
money.
not
It's money.
right. They were secretly recorded plotting against Black society out here, talking about diverting resources away from Black communities to theirs. So this is a big thing.
I'm telling you what's happening with that, and that's a very interesting thing you just shared. That is connected to what's happening in the pens because the same thing's happening to the Black community in the pens as we speak. The Hispanics are much more organized than the brothers are. The brothers are turning on themselves and eating themselves in the pen right now, FYI, and it's hard in there for them.
They're not really. They're not. They're not.
I was there today, bro.
You in jail today? Are you a corrections officer?
Once upon a time, sir.
Right. Say that. Say that.
I'm
Because
not a corrections officer. I'm not going to tell my position, but I
right.
help run.
You're in law enforcement because you kept talking about jail and you're not you're not a street guy in any sense of the word. I can hear that.
Hey, check it out.
Slow down. Slow
No, check it
down.
out. The world is changing in ways you don't
Slow
understand.
down.
I was in the pen. I got my record expunged, and I do work for the state. But you telling me I'm not a street guy, bro? That's crazy.
You're not. I
Fuck
can
out
tell
of
by
here,
the way you're talking. You're not.
bro. Hey, how I'm talking? You're a J cat. I don't give a fuck. Are you talking, bro?
Nah,
You don't know
yeah,
who the fuck I
you're
am,
too
bro.
emotional.
Emotional, bro.
You
I'm at six. Emotional. I turned
slow
my life
down.
around, bro. I was locked the fuck up. I was about that shit. I still am, but I
You're
do it for a
not,
living now.
sir. You're trying too hard. You're trying to sound
Bro, I ain't
hard.
trying shit. I'm just speaking freely because this shit ain't recorded,
You're
even though
not.
some other bitch ass niggas probably recording
You're
in here.
trying to sound hard. Calm down. You're not
No,
convincing
no, no.
nobody. You're a law.
I'm
You're
just
a
saying,
law enforcement.
you might have 10 years
You
on me. So I'm just saying, you trying to disrespect me, trying.
slow down. You're too emotional. You're a law enforcement guy. Let's stop with that. You're a law enforcement. So why are you trying to sound tough? You're a law enforcement. So what's this tough shit about? What's all that you're in law? You just admitted you're in law enforcement. So why are you trying to sound like a G? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This sounds like you sound like an informant, bro. You talk just like an informant talks. That's not an insult, bro. You sound like an informant. Golden, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Golden. And you,
Oh, man, how long have I been muted?
yeah, you probably been you talking. Yeah, what we do here is called order. You just don't go off and just think you're gonna go off. It's order. We have conversations here. We don't do all of that performative tough guy shit. That
All
don't
right,
work here.
well, just check what you say because you're
Yeah,
saying some incorrect shit.
no, sir, or you sound like an informant. We know you work in law enforcement. So all of this street shit you're trying to do, that's not it. There ain't nobody buying
No,
that.
hey, check it out. I'm sorry for just being myself. Had a couple beers, but yeah, once upon a
And you
time I
said, and
was
you
in law
just
enforcement.
said you were in jail, so that you work in
No,
jail
hey,
still.
check it out. Once upon a time, but right now I do work. I do work for the prison system, going in to work with Black incarcerated and Hispanic and white incarcerated individuals.
You're law enforcement.
But for a living, I interact with the Black community in prison. And for you to say it's not
You
bad for them in there,
law
that's
enforcement.
disrespectful. Talking about you're in L.A., bro. You can meet up any day. Meet up halfway. I don't give a fuck.
You're in law enforcement. You're a cop.
I'm not. Yeah, check it out.
You're a cop. So why are you trying to talk this tough? You're a cop.
Bro.
This ain't prison. See, you do that in
No. Shame on you. You know what? I did my time.
Stop. This is an informant. See, you talk like that when you got backup with you in prison. You understand? That shit works there because you got backup. But yeah, that don't work here, sir.
Hey,
Where's your
bro, my bad.
family?
Bro,
Golden,
I
where's your
did my time. But
Where's your
talking
Golden?
about
Golden,
you're disrespectful to the Black
Golden.
community. Talking about they got it good in prison.
Gold. I didn't say they had it good in prison. No, I didn't. Now you
Hey, you
sound like a
talking about they aren't struggling. I was.
now you sound like a lying to you. No, I didn't say none of that shit. I never said they had it good in prison.
You
I
trying
didn't say
they're
that.
not struggling in prison with the.
You said they're eating themselves. No, they're not. They're not.
Hey,
They're
check it.
not.
Young niggas in prison right now are turning up on the OGs. I was just talking politics today with some of the heads. Straight up.
Where is
Can we
your
have a
family
conversation?
from? Is your family from Belize?
Can we?
Where is your, because you keep skirting that question. I've asked you about 5 times and you're doing all of this performative crashing out to skirt that, to avoid that. Is your family
Look,
Belizean?
no, my dad's from Memphis.
Where else is your family from?
Memphis and LA. My mom's from LA, California, usually Northern California. Came down to Southern California. My dad, when his family moved out here from Memphis, I'm from Southern California, LA, born and raised, moved out to the IE. When shit started getting hot out there, my parents lived through the Watts riots. Turned my life around, got locked up, did my time at YTS and the YA. You over here talking about I'm on some bullshit. Bro, you don't know me.
Yeah, you trying to sound too tough. You sound like somebody who be setting up drug deals and you don't even know the real drug slang. You ain't connected to the
Yeah, you
streets
sound
like
like a
that.
J cat
You ain't connected to the
trying to sound
streets like that.
sophisticated. Hey, on top of that, I
What
thought we were trying
neighborhood did you grow up in
no,
LA?
let's go back to
No,
the
what,
conversation.
okay, if you grew up in LA, what neighborhood did you grow up in?
I grew up in West Covina neighborhood. You know about that?
Well, West Coast, nigga, you a suburbanite, nigga.
Nigga, my grandma, yeah,
You're a
yeah.
suburbanite,
Wood right
nigga.
off
You're a
University College.
suburbanite.
Yeah.
All right.
And
This
then
nigga
and
up
then
here
when I moved
banging,
out to Riverside, IE, then,
this nigga's banging West Covina. Sit your ass down. Nigga, you are a soccer mom. This nigga's banging West Covina trying to sound like a G. Sit down. Sit your ass down, dude.
so are we trying to have a conversation about
Dude,
what's going
hold
on?
on. Hold on. Let me get my brother from Long Beach.
Yeah.
Let me get my Long Beach brother.
Uh-huh.
C
Hey,
killer.
matter of fact,
C killer.
all right,
C.
let me try. Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, hold on. C
Yeah.
killer.
Hey, this just said that his family went through the Watts riots. That was in '65, nigga. You lying like a look.
Hey,
Watts riots was in '65, and you talking about Covina. You sound like you're Hispanic or white, and
right.
you trying to
This nigga
pretend
sound
to be
like an
black,
essay.
bro.
He sound like he's half
That's the
Mexican.
essay talking.
He
Yeah.
sounds half Mexican, don't he?
For sure, he is. That's full Mexican.
Yeah.
That's either Mexican or a white
You guys
boy.
talk that shit. You probably never did any time, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you trying to sound too hard, dude.
No, I'm just
And
saying
how the
you guys
fuck you gonna be a
on
felon
Go,
X.
go,
I'm
and
just saying
turn
niggas
into a
out here are
goddamn
not online.
correctional officer? That don't make
You
sense.
got like 1,000 black people across the world listening to you like you really rep some shit. You are not a rep for no black people out here in California. You're not a rep for no black people.
Golden, are you Hispanic? You're a Hispanic dude, aren't you?
Yeah, except for you want to act like victims. You repping people
You're
who fucking
Hispanic,
talk about
aren't you?
reparations every day.
You're right. That's why you're so mad at reparate. You're Hispanic, aren't you? That's why you said your mama's from LA. That means Hispanic.
My mom was white.
Okay, there you go. And your dad is white too, ain't he?
My dad's black from Memphis, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you
And you know what? The fact that you okay, so that's going
dude, I
back.
don't believe your
Check
dad
it
is
out,
from
check it out.
Memphis.
Going
So
back to
your
the
white
beginning of the
mama, wait,
conversation.
so your white mama was in the Watts riots doing what? Your
We're
mama
getting
would
somewhere now. Hey, hey, I appreciate
your
that.
mama
Check it out. We're
wasn't
getting somewhere now.
okay, your mama wasn't in the damn Watts riots.
Hey,
Stop
check it
that.
out. Going back to my
Your mother wasn't in the Watts riots, sir. Why did you tell that lie? It's talking about your family was in the Watts riots. No, they weren't. Come on, Golden.
yeah, check it out. So going back to my first question, now they want to get there. So since we got it out there, how do you categorize all these other niggas out here who are not toting the line you're toting on here
You ain't
from
got to
either
tote no
online or
line. Either you are a foundational Black American or you're not. And sounds like you're not, sir. It sounds like you don't come from our lineage.
hey,
Your mother's white, and
those niggas out in California.
your dad is probably some immigrant too, sir. That's why you sound like a whole buster, and you're against reparations because you're not qualified to get it, are you?
No, I've actually learned that when you give handouts to people, it's like ruining them.
Oh, that's that your white mama talking right there. That's
Nah,
white.
bro, that's
Oh,
physics.
talking about some
Fuck
handouts.
out of here.
Yeah, you ain't qualified, you little narc. You little old narc ass nigga. You was a narc, brother. You ain't slick. You a elder barge ass informant,
So
dude.
how do you categorize us?
Informant. I categorize you as a mulatto informant, dude.
Oh, okay.
You a mulatto ass informant.
Yeah. So
You a snitch. The way
when I
you
was
talk,
speaking,
the
hey,
way you shut up. The
talk
way
about the
you
black. I
talk,
want to
the
talk
way
about the
you
black.
talk act, your whole vibe, you trying to sound hard. Dude, you's a snitch. Let me get Robbie, hop on in here. Let me get the FBA family to talk to this old snitch ass nigga. Robbie, what's up, brother? I'm good. Just here talking to this
Bro,
informant ass
it's
snitch.
amazing. It's amazing how you break
You guys are
things down
fake
in
cat
such a
ass
way
niggas. I
to get
swear.
people to
Yeah,
to like
trying to
expose themselves.
rep, bro.
Because the reason why he's
Dumbass out
questioning lineage
across the world.
is because
That's
when he
crazy.
looks in the mirror,
Bitch ass.
he's questioning whether he would even qualify. You know what I'm saying? That's really
Right.
what it is. It's like that's really what it boils down to. It's like, oh, when y'all look at me, do I look like Lonzo Ball or do I look like a trick baby? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all some crazy ass, fake ass niggas.
Like his agent name is Golden Shower. Like he's gonna be an informant for the P Diddy case. He was like Chiefy D,
Right,
Straight
right.
up.
Chiefy D.
Man, this dude is doing the most, man. But thank you, Robbie. Thank you,
You,
brother.
that's wild.
Yeah, but yeah, Golden, man.
What's
Just
up?
be okay, brother. It's okay if you work for law enforcement. That's fine, but just don't try to come in here faking the funk like you G'd up, and you're
No,
not.
check it out. I'm faking the funk, bro. I did my time talking about like you know
What
me,
what time did you do? What did you do? You didn't do no damn jail time out here in
bro. I was at
California.
YCS, YA, got out, turned my shit around, had a daughter, the best thing, met the woman of my dreams, turned my shit around. I still got homeboys. I'm the only one who could qualify to do what I'm doing because I don't have the felonies on my record like everybody else. But bro, I don't give a fuck who you want to bring up on stage from LA. No disrespect, but honestly, that's some foo-foo ass shit to me because I'm really with the niggas every day from the hood in prison from
As a
LA. Hey, no,
guard,
no,
as
from
a
LAC.
guard,
Hey, I was at land. Hey, no, check.
as a correctional officer, you ain't with nobody. You're against them. You're a corrections
No, so
officer.
disrespectful.
Yeah, you ain't with nobody. You're a corrections officer, dude. What are you talking
Check it out.
about?
I was at a prison near you today. Talk
You at a prison doing what? You at a prison doing what?
straight out. I'm talking to OG, 55 years old, right? And so 4 hours today. Talking to OG, 55 years old. He's been down since he was 20. Okay. And so, homeboy, and this is why I made my first comment earlier. So I hope you can just give me these 30 seconds and I'd appreciate it, and we'll go our separate ways or whatever. All right. So I'm talking to homeboy today. He's from Insane. He's been down for like 25 years. Got
From
locked up.
Long Beach. I know the Insanes from Long Beach.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
check it out. So he from Insane. Hell, he foundational. I'm sure he never heard of that shit, but trust me, he reps that
You don't
shit.
know what he heard. A lot of people heard of it.
Yeah,
You don't
he
know what he
lives,
heard.
breathes that shit. Trust me. Okay, so this gentleman I'm speaking to today, he all of a sudden he decides a couple months ago because he finds out his daughter, who's 20 years old, she has stomach cancer, and he wants to get out hopefully within the next 10 years so he can meet his daughter hopefully before something bad happens. And so for the first time in this he's a warrior. For the first time in this man's life, some shit's hitting him hard, and he figures within 10 years he could probably get out. Within 35, he did 35 years since he was 20, late 40s now. And so he wants to get out. I'm talking to bro. I'm talking to homeboy because I also been there. OGs just like this are the ones who helped change my life, and so now I'm trying to get back to not only the black community but anybody who's up out here on some bullshit. Okay, ready to crash out on some dummy, and he wants to turn his shit around. And so he signs up for some programs, specialized programs, because the system has changed. Inmates got tablets now. They got Wi-Fi in the prison. They got a lot. And so he's trying to sign up for programs so that he can cut off these couple of years so hopefully he can get out within the next 10. The second that hits the line, and he's talking to some of these YNs and some of these young dudes out here who are locked up with him, the game has changed. I'm telling you, and I don't mean to disrespect anybody in here, but I got this from the horse's mouth today. The game has changed in the prison. It's not cool because, and I'll get to the end of the story real quick. The
Dude,
young dudes being locked up now, the young brothers, they're different. The culture has changed in prison. The whole system's changed. It's not like it was 20, 10, even 10 years ago. It's different. And he's having a hard time because he's a warrior and he's about that shit from day one, been doing 20 some years. but it's changed. And so now that he's just trying to sign up for some programs, some of these young dudes in prison find out, and they're taking the playbook from the Hispanics that it, like blood in, blood out. You ain't getting out. And you know why? They don't want you to leave now. The brothers in prison, once upon a time, like 10 years ago, you can do your own thing and be like, hey, all the bullshit. I'm going to just program, do my time, whatever. You might get beat up or something once or get teased and shit. Okay, you can still do your time. The Southerners, Hispanics, you can't do that. They do not toe that line. You cannot refuse. If you refuse as a Southerner, some shit's coming your way.
If you don't get the fuck out of here with this bullshit you talking.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, so let me finish the story.
No, what you saying is horse shit. This you in there, they're feeding you horse shit. Listen, these niggas are just telling you anything because you're like a case manager or some shit, a probation officer. They just saying shit to your dumb
So,
ass.
so let me just
They're just saying
let
shit
me
to
just say
your
about the
stupid
gentleman
ass.
too. Okay, put all the
This
chicken
is what you
on it.
tell. They're telling you
So
shit that they tell caseworkers,
no,
dude.
I'm so
That's why you said you go to multiple jails. You're some kind of
check it out.
caseworker. Dude,
No,
come
do you
on.
see why you disrespect
Because what you
OG?
saying is horseshit.
You repping for these young niggas doing
I
dumb shit
know
to
these
'em.
dudes
Nah.
in jail. Yes, I do.
Hey, so check homeboy out. So the second he wants to program and go home within 10 years, now he's no good.
Dude,
Some hater ass dudes want to put in some confidentials because they trying to just push the issue because they need the numbers, and so they don't want homeboy to go home. They trying to keep
oh,
their numbers up in prison as we speak. I don't know what outdated information. I don't know what time you did.
this dude, he sounds like a white dude who think he's hipper than what he really is. You don't know what the you're talking about. This is this is like a white man who think he knows the ghetto. You understand? You're raised by that white mother. She raised you as a white dude. You sound like a white dude who goes into a black neighborhood thinking that, listen, I'm going to go down here and talk to the homeboys. I know the language. Hey, home skillet, um, what's hopping with the gangs? Do we have any crack that we want to sell out here today, buddies? You sound like that. You just sound corny and just out of touch.
Yeah,
And the niggas out here manipulating your ass. They out here hustling you for some kind of program
you
hookup.
would
They
not
have
say that
to,
shit to
they
my
no,
face,
because you're
bro.
talking to me like you
Six
talk to
five, fucking
them.
230,
No, no,
bro.
no,
I'll
no,
whoop
no,
your
no, you
ass.
idiot. You talking that dumb shit that they sit up and listen because yeah, they get out of the cell for a few hours to hear your gibberish. So yeah, they ain't on the yard for about 30, 45 minutes. Yeah, so they'll sit up and hear your horse shit. You idiot. Yeah, what you saying is not deep.
Hey,
Listen,
bro, I got
I
more
talked
pull when
I
the
talked
homies
to
that
the
in yoga. Yeah,
OGs.
that's crazy.
Listen, there was an elderly
Hey,
crip
you
that I
know who
spoke
the fuck
with.
I am. Check it out.
No, no,
Watch the real
you're a
L
clown.
from
You're a
fucking L.
clown, dude. And they're in there finessing your dumb ass for whatever program that you signed them up for. Listen, I was talking to an OG, okay? And it's blood in and blood out. Okay, that's some shit that white people believe. All right? God damn. Just shut up. Just shut up. You don't know what the you're talking about.
Yeah, so to continue the story anyway, so he signs up for these programs, right?
Yeah.
Some of it, the young niggas in there trying to put in confidentials on him, so now he's no good. And so now his own people, the Crips, they gonna put something in him, and it's all bad. And that's a sad story. Homeboy crying and shit. He really did his time. I mean, he did what he did. He's in prison for a reason. He knows what's up. But how your own people could turn on you like that, it was not like that 10 years ago. You can
The
talk
only
shit about my,
people who would listen, the
you
only
can
people
talk
who
about
would
how
even
I sound. I'm talking about some real shit right
no,
now.
you ain't.
Real face
The only
fake
people who
ass
would talk
try.
the only people who would talk to your goofy ass are probably other informants. The real OGs ain't really talking to you. The only people you talking to in there are probably busters. You understand? If somebody's crying, yeah, you talking to a buster. You ain't talking, ain't no OG gonna sit up and talk to your narc ass. They can smell narc on you. the first 5 seconds. And then I listen, dude, nigga, I figured out you were a law enforcement affiliate just talking to you here. You think them niggas in jail don't know? You think that they don't know how oppy you are? You're gonna feed the information and put it into the system? Nigga, I figured out you were a damn narc within like 2 minutes. I don't even know what you look like, and I figured it out.
Yeah, it's good
So
for
yeah,
your
you
show
they
though.
know,
Hey,
they know,
it's good
they
for your
listen,
show,
them
bro.
dudes, listen, some
All
OGs,
that.
some real G's in jail, they know anything they say to you is gonna be put into the system
All that.
and used
Hey,
against
it's
them.
good for your
Ain't
show,
no
bro.
G's in prison talking to your dumb ass. Ain't no real certified reputables talking to you. Listen, I talked to someone in Insane, okay? And he told me that it was blood in and blood out. They're gonna shank you if you try to leave. Shut up. Niggas in there just selling you wolf
Yo,
tickets,
hey,
nigga.
so check it out.
What? What am I checking out, nigga? Tell me more of the gangster stories. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Crips. Let me hear some more.
No, 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 really. I mean, you're the one with the platform, so
Dude,
you're,
yeah, dude. I'm out here, dude. I've been in the streets. I know these
no, I know
niggas.
you're in LA, right? You said
Yes, I
you're
am.
in
I
LA,
know
right?
all. I know these dudes. I
You know,
know them.
you know them, right? You're
For
on
real, for
Facebook.
real. I didn't grow up in West Covina,
No,
nigga.
no,
I
check it
lived in
out. We talking
Compton.
about LA right now, nigga. The
That's
city
what I'm
of LA.
saying, nigga.
We talking
Yeah,
about LA
you
right
grew
now,
up.
bro. Your
You,
city, right?
yes, you
All right,
grew
so
up in
you're
West,
your
not West
city,
Covina, out
your
there with
city, right?
Mexicans. Where
Repping for all these.
you grew up with Mexicans in West Covina. Those are Mexicans, sir. You grew up with Hispanics, sir. Come on now. Oh goodness, goodness gracious. Okay, any, give me some more gangster stories, Golden. I gotta hear sis. What
All right,
what did you hear from the G's?
real
What you?
quick. All right, so you're in LA
Mm-hmm.
and you have this audience, and as if you're I'm assuming you feel like you're a rep for FBA, FSB.
Whatever. Yeah, I have a large. I always have a large audience. Yes.
Yes. Uh,
And
I
I
don't want
was
to
in
get
the
up on.
streets of,
No,
and
no,
I
check it
was in
out.
the
I
streets,
don't. No, no. It's
and I've been in the streets of LA. You know, I've been in this. I was in back. I'm not now. I'm square now. I'm square and married now. But I was in the streets heavy back in the day, dude. I know all the OGs. I know all the OG Crips and Bloods. I know them. T. Rogers. Hell, I helped bury T. Rogers. One of one of the people who really spread the blood Pyru thing.
all right. So
Uh,
if you don't mind, because
Go ahead.
your audience is getting sick of at least me. I'm sure they're getting sick of me and loving you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we could change the pace a little bit, so if I can ask a quick question, so you can actually educate me on some things, because I am foreign to all the stuff you're talking about, to be honest, and that's why I started the conversation that way. Because and like most of the homies, most of the dudes I know out here, which we might be younger than you, I've never heard of the stuff you're talking about. So if we could just change
Because
it
you
up,
ain't of the lineage. That's why
no,
you're
okay,
not really of our
and
lineage.
that may be true. But I'm just telling you, a bunch of young dudes out here could probably benefit from knowing their lineage, because they wilding out here and they ain't talking about this stuff in the way you guys are talking about, trying to like do better and help the community. So if I could just ask, and I don't want you to have to waste your time or go on a whole spiel for the things your audience already know, but for FSB, is there like a founder, or are you? Is there like a founder? Is this like a new thing in within the recent years, or is this like something I just never heard about and it's been around for decades? And so the
You mean
FFB,
found the FFB? You mean Foundational Black American FBA?
yes, I'm sorry, FB.
It's a lineage, dude. It's a lineage. That's it. It's a distinction for your lineage. It means that your family were the original people of the United States. That's what that means. It's a lineage. It goes back to the founding of the United States.
Yes,
You
sir.
come from that lineage. It's not a group. You can't join this shit. It's not some shit you
Yeah.
join. Either you're born of the lineage or you're not.
And so I'm curious,
That's it.
just growing up in Southern California as you did, going through your whole life experiences. At what point in your life did you start becoming introduced to that concept and start? Maybe did your parents introduce you to it when you were younger? Or
Well, we've always known that we've had a unique lineage, but it was a great brother named Dr. Claude Anderson who was the one who really made sense of it decades ago. He let us know that the term African American was a misnomer because we're not African American. We are native black American. He would use the term native black American. He said that we have a very unique lineage here. We had an ethnogenesis here on this land, which is absolutely true. And instead of using the term Native Black American, I just used the term foundational Black American because I just made it deeper. So foundational Black American. So that's it. We're just distinct. It's a distinction for our lineage. That's it.
Are you the founder of like this whole the what you consider the foundational Black American?
No, I mean you can't be the founder of a lineage. Just like African American. Who's the founder of African American?
No, I got that. Okay, so would you say you're the biggest rep for this movement then?
No, because hell, you know who the biggest rep is? Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler has done several interviews identifying as a foundational Black American.
Yeah, I don't know who Ryan Coogler is.
The man who has the number one movie in the world right now, Sinners, the man who directed Sinners.
I don't really watch movies, bro.
Right, but you don't have to watch a movie to understand what a number one movie is. It has the number one movie in the world. Sinners is the number one movie in the world, whether you
So,
like it or
so
watch it.
okay, Black. He's doing his shit then. He's a really good producer.
Yes, he is. So the number one movie in the world, the director identifies as a foundational Black American, and he's done that in several interviews. So you could say he's one of the biggest reps, but there's no rep. I mean,
Was
we
he?
have advocates.
Did he influence you? Did you do? Was he an influence of yours in regards to your intellectual antecedents of this whole everything you speak about?
No, I'm a fan of his. I love the brother. I'm a big fan of him. But yeah, he has. There's several people who identify as foundational Black Americans. A lot of people, a lot of high profile
So
people,
do
millions of people.
us mutts and mulattoes get half of white stuff and your stuff? What do we do? What land do we get? Are we?
What do you mean? What land do you get? Either you from the
That was a
land.
bad. I'm just trying to make a joke about the whole, like going back to how I started the conversation, kind of like in a joking satire way, but I was trying, not trying to disrupt your conversation.
Right,
But
right.
I was trying to just say, how do you classify? Because aside from what you think and all the jokes that you could speak about me, you have to admit, at the end of the day, you don't know who I am, bro. It's wild. You would never imagine. But I think I'd make you proud.
Dude, I figured it out, dude. I figured you out
Yeah,
within
no,
two
no. I
minutes,
think I'd make you proud as being a young Black man.
brother.
Even
I
though I'm a little.
figured you out in 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, you think you figured
I
me out?
did, sir. Number one, I knew that you came from a
Well,
non-FBA.
what do? Well, no,
I,
no.
I
What do I
knew,
do?
I
What do I do
knew,
for a living?
I knew you came from a non-FBA lineage, and I knew you worked in some kind of law enforcement, which I was 100% accurate about. So yeah,
Actually, no, 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 no. Can I?
can you what, sir? Go ahead, Golden. Can you do what? Unmute your mic, Golden.
So I was just gonna ask him. So I'm not used to the. I'm not used to talking in spaces. One, and I'm definitely not used to like people having a mute button, and so this whole ordeal
Yeah,
is kind of
because we have
get
order.
over.
So yeah, because every time
Yeah.
we
Oh,
tried to
okay.
get you on your lineage, you tried to change the
Yeah.
subject, and I said, "Oh, nope, 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 nope. We don't. You ain't gonna run from that now."
Yeah. I couldn't even hear you because I was
I
trying to
know
talk
that.
over you.
I wasn't gonna let you just run your damn mouth because every time I
Yeah.
kept asking you about that damn lineage, you kept changing the subject,
So
and I
hey, check
knew
it
there
out.
was a
No,
parent, at least one,
can I?
and you had a white mom. I knew somebody was white or
Does that
Mexican, and it was true.
disqualify? Oh, I'm just asking because I know a lot of
And
brothers
and
in prayer.
and you
Like,
still be trying to talk over people. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up because I don't want to keep going in circles.
okay.
All right. But anyway, go. Thank you so much, Golden. I done said everything I needed to say. Okay, because now you're just spinning your damn wheels. Yeah, dude. I figured you out in 2 minutes. Yeah, I figured you out in 2 damn minutes. Yeah, what's this FBA stuff? I mean, nobody out here knows about that. The hell we don't, nigga. We had a whole reparations thing that, yeah, we had the reparations movement popping out here in California. So yeah, we do know about it. You ain't around people in the streets like that. Yeah, you ain't around the community, dude. You're from West Covina. Because he kept talking about Southern California, Southern California. And that's another trick. When people say Southern California instead of LA, yeah, I grew up in Southern California. When they say that, they try to give the illusion that it's LA. But when they say Southern California, that means the IE, San Diego, or Orange County. All right. FY, black folks. LA people say, I'm from LA. I live in LA. We just say LA. When people try to give the impression they're in LA, they'll say Southern California, but their ass is out there in damn Rialto, San Diego, or Irvine or some shit. All right. So just watch it. I already knew the little code words. And then he's trying to use all of this street slang. I'm like, this nigga sounds like a narc. No, dude. Don't try with the street shit at all. Dude, I can smell bacon on you, dude. You a pig. Dude, your whole phone smell like bacon. Old pig ass nigga. Yeah, I work with the prison system. Yeah, I know you do. Freaking grief. Well, I was talking to some OG Crips earlier, and there's going to be more crack on the streets, buddy. Just the way he's describing street business sound corny and narkish. Yeah, we can tell a narc when we hear him. We can tell a come on, dude. The way he's talking, that's how informants talk. Hey, hey G Dog, would you happen to know where I can get some rocked up cocaine? Huh? Really, nigga? Come on, dude. Come on. All right, let me get Jordan in here. It's one of Myron Gaines' folks. Jordan, what's up? What's up, Home Skillet? Jordan? What's up, J Dog?
Yo, man, Tariq, next time you gotta let me bang on
Yeah.
this fool,
Do you know where
man.
I can
Like,
get some heroin? Come on.
bro, you gotta let me just bang on him next
Man.
time, man, because he don't know. He like I'm. It's sad when they come in and they really just don't know.
Right.
Like I will be one to vouch, man. You are an OG,
Man.
so like I. I don't know why he came in here trying to talk and the first thing he brings up is the Crips. I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, this guy's definitely not
At
educated on
all. Lord.
anything on this guy, at any background.
Man.
So he smelled a little piggish,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little.
Oh, it was bacon. The bacon was frying, man. So what's going on with you, man? Y'all get that money up, man.
Yeah, we got the money up. We got the money up. I tested some technology today to make sure that I could meet some sponsor quota for you. So there is
Okay.
that. But it's looking good,
Okay.
and if anything, we'll have everybody there for it as
Oh,
well.
cool, cool. Let me know, man. Let's make it happen. I'm here. I'm here. Let's get that money up and let's get this debate going on, man. Thank you so much. Keep me posted.
Slide on that rude work. Slide on that rude work. Slide on that rude work. Slide on that